healthy channel. I am RN Aman, and as a medical professional, I get asked health questions all the time. So tonight we are doing a special live Q&A session focused on aging, health, and all those questions you have about your body after 40. I see you guys have asked some great questions, so let's get started. So the first question is, can you suggest the cheapest anti-aging supplement that actually works? That's a great question. Yes, of course. Do you know one of the cheapest supplement on the planet might also be one of the most powerful for anti-aging? It's called glycine, and your body already uses it every single time, but most people never get it enough of it from their diet. Glycine is a key amino acid for collagen production, the protein that keeps your skin firm, elastic, and youthful. Low collagen leads to wrinkles, saggy skin, weak joints, and early signs of aging. Adding glycine helps strengthen your skin from the inside and slows visible aging. It also improves sleep quality, especially deep sleep. Better sleep means slow aging, better hormones, faster recovery, and improved mental sharpness. People who take glycine at night often wake up feeling fresher and more energized. So, glycine helps reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, the two main reasons your cells age faster. By lowering this internal stress, glycine protects your cells and supports long-term health. And it also supports muscle repair, boosts metabolism, and improves insulin sensitivity. That means better energy, better blood sugar control, and better aging overall. So, glycine increases the body's level of glutamine, the strongest natural antioxidant your cells produce. Higher glutamine levels protect your organs, your DNA, and your skin from damage. And glycine supports liver detoxification, helping your body clear toxins more efficiently, which improves overall vitality and longevity. Now the big question, how much should you take? Most experts recommend 1 to 3 grams per day for general health. If your goal is better sleep or recovery, 3 to 5 grams before bed is extremely effective. You can take glycine with or without food. The powder form is the most affordable and mixes easily in water. But just like every supplement, glycine isn't for everyone. If you have kidney disease, check with your doctor before taking amino acid supplements. If you have very low blood sugar, start with a small dose because glycine can slightly improve insulin sensitivity. Pregnant or breastfeeding women should consult a doctor since research is limited and some people may experience mild stomach discomfort. If they take more than 5 to 10 grams at once, glycine is especially helpful for people who struggle with poor sleep, want better skin, want stronger joints, need help with muscle recovery, or want to improve their metabolism as they age. So, let me see. And I would also like to say it's simple, it's affordable, and widely available. and backed by solid science. Sometimes the cheapest supplements turn out to be the most powerful, and glycine is one of them. So I hope that answers your question, and we will move on to another question. So, why is it so much harder to lose weight now than it was in my 20s? So, this is another question, and to be frank, this is the number one question I get. It's not just you. As we age, our metabolism naturally slows down, and we also start to lose muscle mass. Muscle burns calories even at rest, so less muscle means a slower metabolism. The key is to fight back with strength training to build that muscle back up. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. So anyone who is online, guys, you can comment in the chat what is your health question, and I will try to answer it right here. So let's move on to another questions, and guys, I would like you to know that all these questions are from our subscribers. We do this live Q&A every day. We try to do it every day. So that's why our community is very engaging, and they like to ask the questions, and we try to answer it. We try to help them as much as we can. So another question is from our subscriber, and he's asking, I have so much belly fat even though the rest of me isn't that big. Why? Okay. So this is very common, especially after 40, due to hormonal changes. This fat, called visceral fat, is a health risk. The best way to target it isn't with crunches, it's by reducing sugar, refined carbs, and alcohol in your diet. So I hope that answers your question. Okay guys, so I want you all guys to comment in the chat what is your question. We got a lot more questions coming in right now. So, and if your question didn't get answered, don't worry, I will answer it in the next live stream. Okay, so we will move on to another question. So another question is coming from one of our subscriber, and he's asking, do I really need to eat less food as I get older? So you likely need fewer calories, but you actually need more nutrients. The best approach is to focus on nutrient density, making sure every calorie you eat is packed with vitamins and proteins like leafy greens, lean meats, and berries. Question. So I hope that answers your question, my friend, and let's move on to another question. So it is, my knees and joints are always aching. Is this just old age? It's common but not something you just have to accept. It's often due to inflammation or the start of arthritis. The best anti-aging pill for your joint is low impact movement like swimming, cycling, or even just walking. Okay, I hope that answers your question, my friend, and we will move on to another question. So guys, if you like this style of format that we do here, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and comment what different types of format you would like me to do. uh, so that's that, and let's move on to another question, that is, what's the best way to deal with a stiff back in the morning? Okay. That stiffness is often from stiff muscle and settled disc. Try doing some gentle stretches like pulling your knee to your chest before you even get out of the bed. Also, take a look at your mattress. If it's over 8 years old, it might be time for a new one. So, I think that answers your question. So, let's move on to another question, that is, I am worried about osteoporosis. What's the single best thing I can do for my bones? So, it's a tie between two things, calcium and vitamin D, which you need to absorb the calcium, and weight bearing exercises. That means walking, jogging, or lifting weights. You have to stress the bones a little to tell them to stay strong. Okay, my friend, I hope that answers your question. Okay, so we would move on to another question. So, the next question is, I keep hearing about inflammation. What is it and how do I stop it? So, I would like to say that think of it as your body's alarm system being stuck on. It's linked to joint pain, heart disease, and more. The best way to fight it is with your diet. Eat anti inflammatory foods like salmon, olive oil, and blueberries, and cut back on processed food. I hope that answers your question. And the next question is, I feel tired all the time no matter how much I sleep. Is this normal? So it's very common, but don't accept it as normal. It could be diet or stress, but you must see your doctor. They need to check you for things like anemia, low iron, thyroid problems, or sleep apnea, all of which are treatable. So I hope that answers your question, my friend. And we will move on to another question. So, we will move on to another question. So, another question is, why can't I stay asleep through the night anymore? I wake up at 3 a.m. every night. So, to answer this question, I would like to say our sleep patterns change as we age. We have less deep sleep. The most common culprits are stress and blood sugar dips. Try having a small protein based snack an hour before bed, like a few almonds instead of something sugary. So, I hope that answers your question, my friend, and we will move on to another question. So, we are waiting for another question. Okay. So let's see here. So we got another question. Is it true older people just need less sleep? That is a total myth. Adults of all ages need 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep for their brain and body to repair. You may get less sleep, but your need for it doesn't change. So that's that. And we will move on to another question, that is, what's more important to cut out to be healthy, fat or sugar? So, for most people, it's sugar. Healthy fats like from avocados, nuts, and olive oil are essential for your brain and heart. Added sugars, however, provide no nutrition and are a primary driver of inflammation and belly fat. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Okay, so guys, if you are liking this live stream, please do give it a like and subscribe for more videos. Okay, and so far we have covered some pretty good questions are being asked here. If you are a new viewer, you would also gain quite a bit of knowledge from this. So thanks for asking these types of question, as more people who also have these types of health risk or problems, they could also get the answer. So we will move on to another question, that is, do I need to take a multivitamin every day? So it's always best to get your vitamins from real food. A multivitamin can be good insurance, but it doesn't make up for a poor diet. The two supplements to ask your doctor about are vitamin D, most of us are low in, and B12, which get harder to absorb as we age. So I hope that answers your question, my friend. Okay, so guys, if you have any question, you can comment in the chat right below. I would read the question and answer it. Okay, let's see. So far we have covered some pretty good questions right here, and another question is from our subscriber, and he is asking, how much water should I really be drinking? So I would like to answer, the 8 glass rule is a good start, but a better guide is to check your urine. It should be light pale yellow. As we age, our thirst signal gets weaker, so you have to be proactive and drink before you feel thirsty. So I hope that answers your question, my friend. And we will move on to another question. So another question is coffee bad for me? Okay, so good news for most people. Coffee in moderation, about 1 to 3 cups, is actually linked to benefits like a lower risk of dementia and liver disease. The problem isn't the coffee, it's the sugar, cream, and syrups we add to it. So I hope that answers your question, my friend. And so far we have covered quite a bit of good questions from our subscribers. So guys, shout out to every one of single subscriber who have asked these questions. I hope that answers your questions. I hope these answers are actually helpful for you. Okay. So we would move on to another question, that is, should I be eating more protein? So yes, most likely after 40 you need more protein to prevent muscle loss. You should aim to have a good protein source like eggs, Greek yogurt, chicken or beans with every single meal. Okay, I hope that answers your question, my friend. And we would move on to another question, that is, I want to exercise but I am afraid of hurting myself or falling. Okay, so this is a very valid concern. The answer is to start slow and focus on balance and stability. Activities like Tai Chi or gentle yoga are fantastic. Even just standing on one foot while holding a chair can build strength and confidence. I hope that answers your question. And we will move on to another question. Okay, and that is, what's the minimum amount of exercise I can get away with for my health? So, I love this question. The official guideline is 150 minutes per week of moderate activity. Think of it as a brisk 30-minute walk 5 days a week. That's the best anti-aging pill on the planet. So I hope that answers your question. And we will move on to another question. That is, do I need to lift weights or is walking enough? Walking is fantastic for your heart, but it's not enough for your muscles. You must do some kind of strength training. This doesn't mean you have to be a bodybuilder. You can use your own body weight, resistance bands, or light dumbbells at home. So, I hope that answers your question. And we would move on to another question, that is, my doctor says I have pre-diabetes. Am I going to get diabetes? So, I would like to say, think of pre-diabetes as a gift. It's a warning sign, not a life sentence. It means your body is struggling with sugar. For many people, this is completely reversible with changes to diet, especially cutting back on sugar and refined carbs and regular walking. So, I hope that answers your question, my friend. And we would move on to another question, that is, my blood pressure is always a little high. Do I really need medication? So, I would like to say you must take this seriously. High blood pressure is called the silent killer because you don't feel it. First, try to lower it with lifestyle. Cut way back on salt, exercise, and manage stress. But if your doctor says you need medication, please take it. It can save you from a stroke. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. And we would move on to another question, that is, what's the deal with cholesterol? I am so confused about good versus bad. Uh, okay. So it's simple. HDL is your healthy cholesterol. If you want it high, LDL is your lousy cholesterol. You want it low. The best way to raise your good HDL is exercise. The best way to lower your bad LDL is to eat more fiber and fewer saturated fats. I hope that answers your question. And we will move on to another question, that is, I'm always forgetting names and where I put my keys. Is this the start of dementia? So I would like to say most of the time, no, it usually just normal age related forgetfulness. Our brains are full, but if you find it's interfering with your daily life or your family is worried, it is absolutely worth getting a checkup to be safe. So I hope that answers your question. So let's see, guys, who whatever health questions you have right now, ask in the chat. I would answer it right here right now, or if your question is not answered, don't worry, we will cover it in the next live stream. So far, guys, this live stream is going pretty good. The questions are very great, and we would like to continue, and we would move on to another question, that is, what's the best thing I can do to protect my brain as I age? So what's good for your heart is good for your brain. So first is exercise, second is social connection. Don't be isolated. Challenge your brain by learning something new, like a new game, language, or hobby. Don't just do the same old crossword. I hope that answers your question, and we would move on to another question, that is, why is my skin so dry and crepey all of a sudden? So our skin produces less natural oil as we age, and we lose collagen. This is its scaffolding. The two-part solution is hydrate from the inside by drinking plenty of water. Moisturize from the outside with a thick, simple cream every single day. I hope that answers your question, and we would move on to another question, that is, what's the one anti-aging cream that actually works? So if you only buy one, it should be sunscreen. Every single day, rain or shine, the sun is the number one cause of wrinkles and aging. After that, the most proven ingredient to help with cell turnover is a retinoid or retinol. So I hope that answers your question. And the another question is it true that sitting is the new smoking? So I would like to answer, it's really is that serious. When you sit for hours, your metabolism slows down and your blood sugar control get worse. The fix is simple. Set a timer to stand up and move for 1 minute every hour. Just walk around the room. That's it. So I hope that helps. And let's see what is the next question. So guys, if you like this live stream, I want you guys to leave a comment, like, share and subscribe for more videos. And we will move on to another question, that is, my doctor is always so rushed. How can I make sure I am being heard? This is a great question. You have to be prepared before your appointment. Write down your top 3 questions or concerns. Start the meeting by saying, Doctor, I have 3 things I'd like to discuss today. It focuses the entire visit. So I hope that helps. Okay. And we would move on to another question. That is from our subscriber, and he is asking, are there any superfoods that are actually worth the money? So yes, but they aren't exotic powders. The real superfoods are cheap and available everywhere. Blueberries for your brain, spinach, kale for vitamins, salmon for omega 3 fatty fats, and beans, lentils for fiber. I hope that helps. Okay, so we would move on to another question. That is, I have no motivation to be healthy. Where do I even start? So, I would like to say that start small, so small you can't fail. Don't try to change your whole diet. Instead, just add 1 glass of water to your day, or don't try to go to the gym. Just go for a 10-minute walk. Small wins builds momentum. So, I hope that helps. And guys, comment down really fast what are your questions. We are about to get through with our live stream. We only got some few questions left, so let's move on to the next question. What's the single most important anti-aging secret you can give us? So it's not a secret, it's consistency. The person who walks 20 minutes every day will be far healthier than the person who runs a marathon once and then does nothing for a month. Find healthy habits you can be consistent with. That's the key. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, my friend. And so guys, we are done with the questions. Wow, that's all the time we have for tonight. These were incredible questions. Thank you all for being so engaged. If you enjoyed this, please hit that like button and subscribe to Live Healthy for more. We'll see you soon in the next video.